I'm Carmen McCullough. I am a mixed media artist. I've always wanted to be an artist even when I was very young. Then at some point thought I might just end up being a starving artist, and I really didn't want that. Looking back, that might have happened. So instead, I became a marketing professional during the week and then an artist on the weekends. And I have been doing that for 20 years now. So there are many pieces here in this exhibit at Gallery 4, but let's talk about this wall here. This one is one of my favorites. I was inspired way back when, visited Chicago and saw Joseph Cornell's work at the museum in Chicago, and there was no words, right? So since then I've loved this little shadow box idea, and I found this little box, and inside you'll find I don't know, those of you remember back in the 70s, the Avon perfumes, and I found one of these birds, and it was one just like my mom had. So this is like how a lot of these pieces get started. I go, oh wait, that reminds me of a time in the past, and things come together, and this is my ode to Joseph Cornell, but also to my mother who loves Avon. The theme for this wall is dark summer, and what that means to me is we have very long winters here, and so it's easy to feel blue when the nights go on so long, and so we wait for summer, and when summer comes, and if you still feel blue, then that's dark summer. So the sun's out, but you're still feeling depressed. What I hope people take away is that even though you're feeling a certain way and you're not supposed to be, it's okay. And just roll with it and embrace it, and it's okay. We also have light. I do a lot of yin and yang, morning, dark, all these things. And this is my summary. I love nature. And so this is where I put together, butterflies, flowers, all the good things. And I love, like this explore piece here, started with all good things, I call it. So at the very, very background, there's actually pictures of ice cream and all the good things. And they didn't have to apply to anything. They were just a nice background, a backdrop, an underpainting as you were. And so from that I built on it, and I built this one with photos I took of flowers that I had. This is a nice molding paste. This is a print of it, but I like working with this textures and build it up a paint and paper and fabric, and there's all kinds of things in here. And it's just fun. It's fun. Well, Southern Cross started when I had collected all these crosses. I didn't mean to, but here we are. And I listened to music in the studio, and on my playlist is Crosby, Stills, Nash, and maybe Young, depending on how old you are. And so I was listening to the Southern Cross. I'm like, what is a Southern Cross anyway? And I assumed it was a cross, and it is, but it's stars, and it's guiding the ship and things like that. And so you'll see lyrics in there from that song. And I started there with a certain color palette, and then just layers and layers and layers until it's done. Again, until I want to climb into it, and then I know it's done. So people often ask, why Strange Farm Girl? Well, that was a marketing experiment. So I started my art business as Carmen McCullough Art. And then I realized, well, it's just, my mom and my sister following me, and that was wonderful. But I thought, okay, you're a marketer, you can expand. We have the internet now. So I sat down with a marketer friend of mine, and we came up with 3 words that best described my artwork at the time. And those 3 words were Strange Farm Girl.